How are you using emotional energy to supersize and grow your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about this today and figure out methods for measuring your emotional energy within your organization, as well as strategies. I'll share 5 strategies to boost your emotional energy in your organization so that you get better results. Grab my notes here so I can share somebody's story with you. Emotional energy, what the heck is it? We kind of talked about it yesterday and other days this month as we're focusing on emotional health and well-being. And our emotional energy is, to me, how much energy and enthusiasm we have toward what it is that we're doing, thinking, feeling, etc. And that shows up in every interaction we have in our business, in every area and aspect of our business, whether we're acknowledging it or not. And we'll have varying results in things that we do based on how high our emotional energy is versus how low our emotional energy is. And there's practical ways to boost that and help other people in our organization boost theirs as well. We all have our own little internal drum that we march to, or we have our own little internal timer and clock and things in different times of the day where we are more energetic emotionally and less energetic emotionally. And there's things that impact that and things that we can do to impact that for ourselves and to encourage others in our organization to up their emotional energy as well. How do you measure it? How do you know where your emotional energy is? And I guess I could share a couple of symptoms or signs of high emotional energy and low emotional energy. High emotional energy shows up as feeling motivated and optimistic, feeling like there's possible ways of solving problems that come up every day, engaging enthusiastically in tasks and in conversations and in meetings and things, consistent focus and mental clarity. If you're fuzzy and you're having a hard time focusing on something, that is a clear sign that your emotional energy or your physical energy is low, right? And we're going to talk about physical things in a couple of months. Positive social interactions. If there's a lot of challenges, interpersonal challenges in your organization, it's almost always due to some sort of emotional or physical low energy or physical illness or something, right? Low energy shows up as irritability and emotional numbness. People that are just checked out are usually experiencing a period of low emotional energy, difficulty making decisions. One of the reasons we want to always increase our energy, both physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, is because it helps us to make quicker, faster, better decisions for the organization. Feeling overwhelmed by minor challenges. You know, we all have organizations that we've been involved with where there's that one person that freaks out over every single little bitty, teeny tiny challenge or change. My perfect example of this is you're in a group and you're going out to dinner, but nobody's decided where you're going to go. And there's this big conversation and hullabaloo over somebody making a decision and a choice of what restaurant you're going to go to eat. Now that to me is a low impact decision. Hey, what are you hungry for? Let's go there, right? Or where do you want to go atmosphere wise? Let's go there. It should be a 30-second at most no-brainer decision, but people will spend 20 minutes arguing about where to go. Or no one will make a decision. Everybody will choose not to select a place, and then that's the same thing. But it all comes from low emotional energy or social pressure, all kinds of things, right, that can interact with human beings. Feeling overwhelmed by those minor challenges or minor decisions are, it's like, really, you're wasting your energy on that. Loss of interest in activities that you once enjoyed. So if as an organization you used to do things that everybody in the organization enjoyed and now you're not doing those things, like maybe you have a team, a company softball team, or maybe you have an annual company picnic and party, and for, during COVID you stopped doing that and you never started doing it again and people are really missing it. That would be a symptom of low emotional energy. I don't know if that's a great example, but it's what I thought of. So what are some methods and ways of measuring emotional energy in your organization? Number 1, do a daily check-in. One of the things I like to do in staff meetings is just do a quick emotional check-in and everybody go around the room and say on a level of 1 to 10, how you feeling today, right? And it might be more than just emotional. It might be mental, emotional, and physical all combined, right? Where they can give a score for that. But I like to every once in a while just call out, hey, exactly. And when I say how you feeling today, that's an emotional thing, right? So a daily check-in. You can do energy journaling. Just like mood journaling, you can keep track of, okay, how does my energy, personal energy, and then as a group you can share that, how does my energy waver throughout the day? I am a total morning person, and I will tell you, the majority of people on the planet are not morning people, but I'm a morning person. I have been since I was a little baby. I was the first one up in my family and awake, and I've just always been that way. A lot of people aren't wired that way. I also know that I have a slump in the afternoon, usually between 1 and 3, 2 and 4, where my energy just tanks. And so those are the times when I need to do some of the things, the strategies to boost my energy if I want to perform well during those time periods. I don't set meetings usually in that time period for certain things. I use that as self-care, rest, going for a walk, spending time in nature, etc. Third way to measure is to get feedback from other people. I think people often get a negative feeling or a negative emotional feeling about getting feedback. But feedback is just information from outside sources that tell us how we're being viewed and received. And then it's up to us to decide, what do we do with that feedback? Do we think that that feedback's valid? I personally think all feedback's valid, even negative feedback, because a lot of times it tells me more about the person that's giving me the feedback than it actually does about myself. So there's always that side of feedback. But feedback from other people, trusted family, friends, colleagues, that will let you know, wow, it seems like every afternoon about 4 o'clock, you are really, really grumpy. And if you get that feedback and you realize, oh my gosh, at 4 o'clock, I'm hangry and grumpy. I need a snack because my energy is low. And if my physical energy is low, my emotional energy tends to go right along with it. And then the fourth thing is to look for physiological clues. Monitor the quality of your sleep. Your appetite, changes in appetite will usually be triggered by some type of an emotion. Physical tension, indicators in our body. We all have them. Most of us stuff them down and don't pay any attention to them. But if we be a little mindful and pay attention to them, it will have a huge impact on our ability to deal with and boost our emotions. So what are 5 ways we can go about doing this? Try to cover these quickly. Number 1, prioritize sleep and rest. I would say number 1 would be actually know yourself and understand that we all have fluctuating energy in all areas and aspects of our life during the day. Emotions are no different. So what are your highs and low times? Prioritize sleep and rest, because if we don't get enough sleep and enough rest, we don't have any energy to deal with the things that happen in life. And it will show up as emotion when we might not want it to. Number 2, engage in meaningful activities. If we're doing things that we care about, if we're creating a business that we love and we want to grow and supersize with people we care about and serving people and customers that we care about and want to truly help and see benefit from our products and services, it's a lot easier to have an emotional high energy than a low one. 3, set boundaries. In our businesses and in our life, we have to learn to set boundaries so people know what they can and cannot expect from us. Hey, between 1 and 3 in the afternoon, if you interrupt what I'm doing, I may or may not give you the response that you want, because those are my low times. 4, physical movement. Get up, move around. I say go to the break room and get yourself a cup of coffee. Go walk around and talk to a couple of people and colleagues. Do something, but physically move on a regular basis to keep your energy up. And then 5, practice mindfulness, gratitude. I talk about these a lot. Mindfulness, be present in what it is that you're doing and focused and attentive. Because the more engaged we are, the higher our emotional energy. And then be grateful for what's working. There's always more things working in our life than there aren't. There actually are, if we're willing to look at them. And if we look at the things that are working and we're grateful for, we create more of those. So today, share in the comments below one of these strategies to boost emotional energy that you are going to attempt or try today or do. And I say, go out and do it. So pick one and do it. I'm going to pick one right now. I'm going to set a boundary today, because I'm not always awesome at that. So I will pick a boundary and I will set a boundary today. So pick one of those 5 that you will do today. Share in the comments below just the one you're going to do, and then go out and do it, right? All right. Any questions about this? Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, see you tomorrow.